We are starting off at the State House, where lawmakers advanced a bill aimed at preventing child abductions.
Yeah, about 200,000 children are abducted each year and are taken by a parent or a family member here in the U.S. That's according to the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children. News 19's Becky Buds is at the State House with more on how this law could change things.
Every day, children are brought across state lines or even out of the country in violation of their parents' visitation or custody agreement. This bill aims to give the court more power to order prevention measures.
That preventing abduction is always going to be in the child's best interest.
In 2020, 63% of all Amber Alerts that were issued were for family abduction cases, according to the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children. State lawmakers want to drive that number down. The Child Abduction Prevention Act provides courts with uniform guidelines to follow before or during custody disputes and divorce proceedings.
The act includes a variety of risk factors and types of behavior that research has demonstrated may indicate that a child is at risk of being abducted.
Representative Val Guest has been practicing family law for more than 30 years. He believes this will help keep children safe.
It would give the judges the opportunity to issue an ex parte order that requires, when the child is located with that parent, to return the child to the state.
A separate proposal advanced Tuesday would prohibit unregulated child custody transfers in South Carolina. That's when a parent or guardian of a child transfers custody without state agency or court oversight. The State Department of Social Services says they've seen these cases firsthand.
We do have lots of examples of that where children are brought internationally to South Carolina. Maybe something doesn't go as well as they thought during the adoption process, and then those children are then put into emergency protective custody and then become in the custody of the state.
The bill also allows law enforcement to investigate alleged illegal transfers and gives adoptive families information and training regarding children with special medical needs. Both bills will be heard by the full House Judiciary Committee in the coming weeks. Reporting at the State House, Becky Buds, News 19 WLTX.
All right, thank you, Becky. 14 other states in the District of Columbia have signed the Child Abduction Prevention Act into law.
And as lawmakers took up bills around children, they also met with Attorney General Alan Wilson and several child advocacy groups for Child Abuse Prevention Month. According to the Annie Casey Foundation, South Carolina ranks 39th in overall child well-being. From 2018 to 2019, the Children's Trust Group of South Carolina reports there were more than 11,000 reports of child neglect and almost 12,000 reports of child abuse.
Children's Trust and its network of local community-based organizations really works to bring innovative programs into local communities so that we can prevent abuse before it should ever occur. We do so by providing support in programs such as the Strengthening Families program, home visiting, the Positive Parenting program, as well as family resource centers across the state.
Just briefly,
today's event was sponsored by the State Network of Children's Advocacy Centers and Children's Trust of South Carolina. Children's Advocacy Centers in South Carolina provided services to more than 11,000 children for allegations of child abuse in 2021, and Children's Trust promotes prevention of child abuse, neglect, and injury.